the day of incredible frustration with health services. Surely we can do better than this. So just so you understand some context and why I'm a little anxious about this. I was first diagnosed. I went and saw, I had an appointment with my GP, had a mammogram, had a ultrasound, had a biopsy. GP calls me, goes, you need to come in and see me. So GPs never call you unless it's serious. Then the afternoon, so I saw the GP at like 7 o'clock in the morning or something, no, midday. And then I was in to see the surgeon at 3 o'clock that afternoon. That surgeon looked at my biopsy results and was like, oh, we need to prepare you for a double mastectomy, and you're probably going to need chemotherapy. This is quite significant. You've got multiple tumours, both breasts are affected. Sends me off for more tests, which finds more things. And then as a result of that, for some bizarre reason, she decides that I only need a lumpectomy, 5, and radiation. I live with an autoimmune disorder that affects my affects my connective tissues. Apparently she spoke to my rheumatologist about that and decided that radiation was going to be fine. Fast forward, God knows how many weeks, because it all feels like this has been going on forever. I go to hospital and I meet a new surgeon. I was informed the week before that my initial surgeon wasn't able to continue seeing me because of health reasons, not COVID. And then new surgeon picks up my file, was told I was simple, easy. She didn't even need to turn up. Her registrars could do the surgery. And then the day of surgery, she's obviously reading my file and she's like, oh crap, this is not what I would have recommended. Comes down to the hospital to meet with me and says, I don't understand why we're doing lumpectomies and radiation. I've already spoken to radiation oncologists. They don't want to give you radiation because it's not a good predictor. Like, you're going to have complications given the connective tissue disorder with that many sites affected in your breasts and both sides being affected. Why aren't you going for a double mastectomy? Just on that, I'm much happier with the word amputation. To me, it's strength. And I've worked with clients who are amputees and they're awesome and they're heroes. Mastectomy doesn't fill me with the same sense of heroism and courage. So I'm going to be using amputation. So then we get all that done and it takes 3 weeks for the histology reports to come through. Oh, hang on, no. So the new surgeon and I, because I've already got hook wires in while she's having this discussion with me, the only way you can get those friggin' things taken out is through surgery. So in the end, we have to have the discussion because I'm the 5th patient on a 5-patient day. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They weren't going to open me up for the next 4 or 5 hours to do a double amputation. So in the end, she and I decided that we would do the lumpectomies and we would then take the next steps, knowing that radiation wasn't probably going to be a good idea. So then I'm recovering. Then it takes 3 weeks for the histology reports to come through because there's samples and confusion and stuff. And then we discover that only 2 lumps are cancerous, but one's lobular and one's ductal. One's a stage 2, one's a stage 1, so they're caught really early. And both breasts are affected. So then there is the breast that's affected with the stage 2, that really needs to come off. That's the best chance of reducing recurrence. But the lobular, we don't know, because I fit into this space of maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. So then the new surgeon gives me some information, and then where I'm left with is having to navigate the public health system here in Australia, which is okay. We're very lucky that we have it. But at this stage, I'm feeling really out of control and incredibly frustrated. And like all my control and all my choices have just been taken away from me because I can't just ring up and book an appointment. I have to wait for the list to populate my name. I'm no longer a life-threatening case because the cancerous bits have been taken out. So I get pushed way down the list because there'll be more people. But here I am trying to get my life back, knowing that I've either got I've got chemotherapy I might need to go through, or I've got really major surgery I have to contend with. I want my life back. This thing has consumed so much of my life already. It's like the cancer has gone, but now I'm stuck, and it's so frustrating. So I did what I do, which is how can I expedite this today? So I thought, I want to get this test. It's an EndoPredict test. It takes 2 weeks. You have to send it to the US. It costs a lot of money. But if that test helps me make a decision that I don't need chemotherapy, I'm happy for that. It's not going to tell me I don't need surgery. I'm kind of having to settle with that. But we've got to sort this chemotherapy question out, because my surgeon said she doesn't want to operate until I've had the chemo. So she wants me to go and see an oncologist to get this test done to make the decision about it. So this could take weeks. It could take me 6 weeks to see an oncologist to get this test, which is going to take 2 weeks at least to get done, which then might take me another 6 weeks. So 14 weeks before we've got this sorted? So where are we? April, May, June, July. Not feeling very happy about this right now. Pretty pissed off. So I decided I would ring to see if I could get a fee-for-service oncology appointment so that I could get the referral quickly, so that this test can be being done, so that I don't need 2 oncology appointments. I can just have one that says, these are the results. What do we do? Because I'm going to go to an oncologist and they're going to say, you need to do this test. I can't get an oncologist to see me fee-for-service in the Greater West of Sydney who specialises in breast cancer. They will not take my money. So this morning I rang Westmead. I got passed around 4 different phone numbers. Now, fortunately, I got passed back to the same person twice, and she went, oh, Jo, okay, I need to find the right person for you to talk to. And she made that happen. But now it's been phone tag all day. But I'm waiting for a clinical nurse consultant to call me back, not the person who makes the appointments, because she can't understand why I'm trying to do this. Here at Nepean Hospital, I have no choice. I just need to wait. So I rang my McGrath Foundation breast cancer nurse, who is inundated with work. She works in 3 local area health services part-time. I don't want to be a drain on anybody, but I'm like, help me navigate this. I feel like I'm going insane. So she's a part of this multidisciplinary team that made these decisions about me not having radiation and me having surgery. And what she understood the surgeon was going to do is not what the surgeon has done. So if I hadn't have pushed this again today, I could have been left waiting for God knows how long for nothing to have happened again. So we are not doing in-person appointments with anybody in the health service at the moment. Apparently it's all done by teleconference. Stuff is getting missed in translation. People are distracted. People are not paying attention. And it's pissing me off because it's affecting me. I'm a health professional. We can do better than this, and you guys should be doing better than this by me. I should not have to fight so friggin' hard to advocate for my own treatment needs in Australia. Come on. I get that we are in the middle of a COVID crisis, but seriously, somebody could just say, Jo, you just need to settle down. There's nothing you can do until you've seen an oncologist, or let's make this work for you. So I'm grateful that I am tenacious enough to keep going and going and going and going until I get some resolution. So stuff has happened now. I've got an appointment next Tuesday. It's a week away. But I have to go and see an oncologist who will write me a referral to get the test done. So instead of waiting 6 weeks, I'm only waiting 2. I get that I'm not dying and that lots of people might be. I get that I'm no longer urgent and lots of people might be. But I'm still a human and I still have choices to make. And I don't want to feel like I'm an inconvenience, which is how this whole thing has made me feel today, is that I am just a friggin' inconvenience to everybody. And I'm not being clued in on what's going on. So I've asked for all communication to be done by email, and I've asked to be CC'd. And that pisses health professionals off because they don't like being so transparent. This is why we as consumers of your service ask for it, because we can't trust you. And now that I've ranted and raved about this, I am so ready to cry, because I fight against this every single day, trying to empower health professionals to do a good job, be good at what they do and be taken seriously. And this is the shit that lets us down. It's unnecessary and it's caused me undue stress today. I am trying to be healthy. I am trying to keep my autoimmune condition under control. I am trying to serve my people and do my work because I love it. I want to be a part of my family. But right now, this interaction today has made me want to go and curl up and cry and go, it's all too hard. I would much rather face a double mastectomy than have to deal with this rubbish. We can do better. I'm really, really cranky that I've had to go through this and that you guys are having to watch it, because I bet I am not the only person that has got a story like this to tell. Australia, I get that we can't afford 100% perfect healthcare, but we can do better than this. That's not okay.